by Clutterbuck. Clutterbuck shoots and scores!
I am speaking with Cal Clutterbuck. Cal, thank you for joining us.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, how you been? What's been going on?
I've been okay, actually. It seems like this has gone on quite a while now. So they say it takes 3 weeks to learn a routine or to break an old one. So I think we're well beyond that point at this point. So
Well, what does your new routine look like? You have 3 kids at home. How do you guys fill your days?
the new routine starts at about 7:30, 8 o'clock. The kids usually up before that, but we try and let them do what they're going to do for 30 or 40 minutes before we try and get them to do their schoolwork. They're doing a lot of Zoom calls at school, so that usually starts at 9 or 9:30, and then there's the work to follow. So it's fun. It's a lot of there's time here that I've spent with the kids that I probably never would have had otherwise. So
I imagine you like it with better weather because then you guys can go outside. What types of things are you doing?
a lot of bike riding. There's a little pond by the house we like to ride our bikes to. My little guy likes to go throw the broken sticks into the pond. Sometimes there's a couple ducks in there, so he calls it the duck pond. And we go there, and he throws sticks. He tries to dig up worms. The girls just like to run around, look at turtles. The girls like being on their bikes, and then they want to be, watching a show for an hour, and then they kind of want to go in the back, try and play some baseball, or kids are just busy.
And you're a big golfer. Are you practicing at home?
Yeah, I'm practicing at home. Actually, a couple years ago, I put in a simulator in the basement. We moved into this house 3 years ago. I had 12-foot ceilings in the basement. I didn't know what to do with them, so I decided to put in a simulator, just so that I could swing a little bit during the season. Obviously, I can't get out and play regular golf, or there's nowhere for me to actually go play. So I figured that would be a good way to keep my game sharp during the winter, and it's been great during this period.
And here's the real question. Would you let your son throw sticks at your golf simulator?
Oh yeah, he's on there all the time. I got him down there every day. He's already hitting golf balls down there. So aside from the odd club throw, you always got to watch him. He's pretty unpredictable.
But when I spoke to Josh Bailey last week, he mentioned that you were the organizer for the team Zoom. Who else have you been Zooming with, and how have the technological issues been coming? Because I certainly have a lot of them.
A lot of times FaceTime is the go-to because it's easy and it's right there, and almost everybody has it. So it's been a couple, quick FaceTime calls here and there. But when you're trying to get groups together, obviously Zoom's a lot better for that. And I felt like it had just been long enough that we all as a group kind of hadn't been in the same space, so to speak. I guess the digital space is the new dressing room. So I just figured it was good if we wanted to just jump on and catch up, and nothing like mandatory or anything. It was just kind of a Friday night. We were just gonna sit there and hang out for a couple hours, and it worked out really well. So maybe a couple more of those to come.
In preparation for this interview, I came across a video from 2009. It was a get to know Cal video. And I want to ask you some of the questions from that video. And I'm not going to tell you what you answered then, but I want to see how the answers compare. Cool?
Yep.
All right. Starting off easy. Favorite TV show?
2009 probably would have been something silly like Family Guy or something.
It was Family Guy, recently changed to The Office.
There you go. Something silly.
Who would play you in a movie?
People have always said Colin Farrell, probably.
I think that was your really humble way of saying Colin Farrell, because you said like people have always said. But yes, you did say Colin Farrell, and I think that's a pretty clear answer. All right, next one. Your most annoying habit?
The list is long. You probably have to get my wife on to answer that question.
This was 2009, so.
Yeah, I know. This is why I'm having a lot of trouble with this one. I'm probably one of the messier people on the planet.
It was just singing to every song on the radio.
Yeah, I do that still. But maybe it's less annoying now than me being messy. I don't know.
Well, we already spoke about you're spending more time with your kids, and you have a second grader at home, so you've had to put your teacher's cap on. Last week was Teachers Appreciation Week. What do you think? Could you be a teacher?
No, my mom's a teacher. She was a teacher for 25 years. My sister is now a teacher. Um, and no, the answer is no. And if I had to do it, I would probably go rotate to one of their friends' houses and teach them because I think the kids, um, my kids anyway, feel like they've got um, a lot more leeway when it comes to how they behave when I'm teaching them or when my wife's teaching them versus when they're actually at school. I know my like I said, my mom's done it for a long time. My sister's 6 or 7 years into it, and we talk on a regular basis. And a lot of the issues that I'm having at home, they kind of chuckle at, and they help me out. But it's definitely, um, it's a tough job, and it's a very noble profession for sure. So we appreciate them.
It's been great that you've had the opportunity to spend time at home with your family when ordinarily you might not have been able to. How are you turning this pause in the season into an opportunity to prepare for your team's return to the ice?
A lot of Peloton riding, um, some running outside, things that I haven't done in a while. I think my routine for the last 10 to 12 years has been to just play the season out, do a lot of the same workouts, go into a gym with other teammates or other hockey players and a trainer and just kind of get put through the paces. So this has been a little different. There's a little self motivation that goes into it. Something that I didn't think I was really capable of doing, but I've kind of tried to accept the challenge, and things have been going really well on that front.
I don't know if you've been looking at our social media lately, but fans almost daily are sharing the things they miss most about Islanders game days. What's one of the things you miss most that you can't wait to get back to about game days?
Well, I really enjoy driving to the Coliseum. I like that drive. I like walking in. I like driving into the loading dock there, seeing the security guards that have been there since I started here, and I'm sure long before that. And standing in the tunnel, kind of just waiting and hearing the crowd give it the "Let's Go Islanders" chant, especially around playoff time. The noise in that building kind of reverberates. You can hear it in the dressing room. A lot of newer buildings, you can't really hear what's going on out on the ice until you kind of step out and really get out into that area. But Coliseum, you can hear it all. So
Well, you just mentioned sound and newer buildings, which brings me to my next question, which is actually about Belmont, a building that is going to be new and really built with sound kept in mind at the highest priority. So, as we look towards Belmont and the excitement is getting stronger and stronger, what are the team's thoughts on the new arena? How excited are you about skating in a new rink?
well, I think we're all very excited. I think probably more time to think about it now than we have before. I think when you're involved in your plan in season, I think the focus is very singular. So there's not much as a hockey player, I could probably speak to most of us. There isn't much time to look ahead and there isn't much time to look back. So there hasn't been much thought really put into it for me unless there's an announcement made about it and then you take 10 minutes to think about it. But we are all very excited, and I think the closer that this gets, the more excited we're going to get. And from what I hear, the place is going to be phenomenal. So talking about it gets me excited. I hadn't thought about it in a while, so that's a good thing. And I don't know how you couldn't be excited about it.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. I know I think about it almost daily. But Cal, thank you so much for taking the time. Really appreciate it. Go enjoy your time with your family, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
All right, thank you very much. This was fun.